Hello, Body Lab friends. Welcome to another installment here of Matt Workout on Body Lab TV. My name is Adam. I'm lounging. So most of us are switching up our routine, and this is our new gym, so to speak. Yeah. So let's see if we can improvise with what's around the house. Now I'm going to be using a couch in this case, also a chair. Please make sure if you are going to use a chair or a small table, it's very, very sturdy. Some of you might want to test that out real quick, maybe pause this video and test out your equipment. Also, there's options, and I'll do my best to give you those options because, yeah, I want you to work out, beat up those muscles, but please don't wreck your house. All right, let's warm up. Roll up, roll down, one of my favorites. So roll down, roll up, moving the spine. Now, this is nice if it's accessible. I'm going to hook my feet on the couch. Roll down, whoop, roll back, sit up, reach forward, maybe touch the couch. If you don't need the couch, maybe put your toes up against the couch. The legs can slide back. That's normal. Sit up, roll it down. One of my favorite warm-ups using just the body weight. No devices, equipment, other than, well, my mat that I got underneath me. Maybe you got a throw rug you're working on or carpeting. Again, make sure it's something you can work out comfortably on without tearing up your living environment here. Let's add a twist. So I'm going to bring it up. One arm forward, one arm back. Ooh, a nice side body stretch. Sit up real tall, long spine as you twist. Ooh, that one felt really good on my back. A little bit longer here. One more in the center just to finish. All right. Make sure you got a little bit of room here. Some of you might be in a larger environment than I am. Again, mine's just a simulation, but let's see what we can work with. That's the whole idea. All right, another one of my favorites, ankle grabs. This one's nice because I can use a couch as kind of a target so I don't overextend my legs, start to pull on my back. Breathe. Where we're going to use our first piece of furniture. Hug it in, rock on up, scoot down a little bit. So some bridges here against the couch. Now, I like to start with the butt right up against the couch. That way you're not too extended back. So feet somewhere on the couch. You're going to lift up, wiggle the shoulder blades together, and just start to pulse the hips for a second here. Feeling everything kind of warm up, line up into place. Legs have a little bit of separation. Maybe you can bring the feet towards the edge more. Tuck your chin a little and flatten your shoulder blades and push down hard on your arms here. So I'm putting my arms in this robot arm position. So that way I'm not dumping into the neck. Now from here, I'm going to go to a little lower, a little slower. All the way down, all the way up. Some of you might not actually touch your butt all the way down. I'm not. But I am feeling more range of motion here through the glutes. Now, as I lift up, make sure to squeeze my abs tight. So it's almost like I'm trying to suck these ribs in as I squeeze my butt up. All right, come up. We're going to alternate a leg lift with these. So check it out. Slowly down, lift up, extend one leg, bring it down, hips lower down. Lift up, other leg. Now, I'm choosing to go slower because I need to focus on keeping my hips centered. Notice, you can look at your hips on this one. When you lift up, are your hips tilting or twisting sideways? You're going to use your core, press into your arms, try to keep your hips level, even though one leg is extending. Coming up, you're going to bring it down. Some toe touches in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it on down. You might want to scoot back a little bit for this one. Legs up. All right, so you can crunch up, touch the toes. You can alternate. Some of you might want to alternate one hand on the neck. Your neck might be feeling a little more pressure on this one. That's not so nice. Be nice. How's that breath? Big exhale. Maybe you got to bend your knees a little. Some of you have a little more mobility or familiarity with this. You might be able to get your legs all the way straight. Keep them there. Reach up, maybe point the toes. Try to be fancy with the feet. Maybe curl them. Try to be stronger with the joints. I don't know. Take a couple reps. Feel it out. Talking about your body. 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Roll on up. Woo. Okay, so another warm up here. I like to have the couch under me, alternating what's called RDLs or Romanian deadlifts. So this one, start with your feet together. You're going to lean your chest forward, extend one leg back. Now check it out. The reason I like the couch under me, if you lose your balance, you can touch the couch. Come on up. Slowly switch. So we're going to alternate this one. Still in the warm-up phase here. Chest goes forward. So I don't want you to bend over and try to kiss the couch. I know, maybe you want to lay down and take a nap. I kind of do. Well, that'll happen later. For now, let's earn it. Now notice this one, I'm taking a slower tempo to avoid any swinging around into my lower back or hips. Still in the warm-up phase. Some of these exercises we got coming up, you might kick up your tempo if your body control is there. If you feel your body parts flopping and flailing around like a baby giraffe learning to walk, please slow it down, reel it in. All right, one more each leg. And then we'll start this first leg series. All right, here we go. So I like to call this the Bulgarian split squat. Some of you know what that is. Normally it's done on a weight bench. So stand with your back facing the couch. I'm going to take my right ankle and rest it on the edge. Notice I'm not in a super wide lunge stance. Common mistake is to overextend. Bulgarian split squats are not about trying to get longer. So check it out. My legs are not that far apart. I'm going to stand up tall. I'm going to lean forward a little and try to push my knee carefully down. Maybe touch, lift up. So check it out. The front knee stays behind the toes and lift up. I'm just using this back leg for balance. So what does that mean? Watch when I lift. When I lift up, I can pick up this back right foot. I'm just using it for balance. I'm not pushing on that leg. That's all it's for, is balance. When you overextend your stance, there's a tendency to cramp the hip flexor and the lower back. We're trying to load the left heel here. You got about 30 more seconds, friends. Let me find my alignment again. Also with this, on the way down, you might feel a little bit of a quad stretch here on this right supporting leg. That's nice. Let it stretch. Breathe. Down, up. So in 15 seconds, we're going to turn to the side for a little offset squat position. Make sure your shoulders are back. Notice I'm leaning forward a little bit, but I'm not hunched over. So you can be a little more upright just as long as you're not dumping on that back foot. 3, 2, 1. All right, turn to the side. So you know most of you know what a normal squat is. Here's the difference. You just put one foot up on the couch, a little bit wider stance. I like toes turned out. Bring it down, up, down, up. So we're going to go a minute here. Down, up, down, up. Now, make sure your hips are still going back. Shift it back, lift it up. Shift it back, lift it up. Stay heavy on the heels. Now, you might have to lean forward a little more. That's okay. Breathe. Got about 30 seconds left, friends. And again, even though your feet are offset, try to keep the pressure on the heels. You're not pushing into your toes. Relax those toes. 3, 2, 1. All right, so this is where you're going to need a sturdy chair. Some of you might be able to use a couch. I like a chair because it's a little more elevated. So the one I have is a metal base, so it's really strong. So start slow, lean forward a little, step up, and then back down. Now we're not switching legs, so I'm staying on the left leg. I have to lean forward a little, maybe get a little push off. Now you can tap the foot, the right foot, or you can bring it up for a knee crunch. Up, down, up, down. And again, some of you might be kicking up your tempo, meaning you're going a little faster. That's fine, you'll get some cardio. I'm going to try to keep a moderate tempo. I want to kind of be in between everyone here. Some of you are going to be going faster, some of you are going to be going slower. I like to pump my arms, pretend I'm kind of running or like I'm a track star or something. It's not just to make it look pretty, it's actually body mechanics. The arms and legs, when we run or walk, they actually work together to counterbalance the body. So you get a smoother rhythm through your muscular system and your joints. Very important, the joints. Breathe. We're going to take all of these exercises again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back. All right, back to that split squat. Bulgarian. I don't know why. I don't know any Bulgarians. All right, so hang the ankle on the edge of the couch. Shift back. Bring it down. Lift up. Down. Lift up. Down. Now again, you should be able to lift this back foot here. Down. Up. Breathe. Down. Up. Glide. You don't have to, but the whole point, again, you only want to use this back leg for just, it's like a kickstand, so you don't fall to the side or backwards. Keep the load on this front left heel, and again, knee behind the toes. The back knee might lightly kiss. Please be careful to slam down on the floor. Even if you have some nice thick carpeting or something underneath you, or maybe put a pillow under that knee, just in case. Oh, it's not a fancy pillow. You might be sweating on it by now. 10 seconds. You're going to turn to the side for that offset squat. Round 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, turn sideways. So your left foot is going to stay on the floor. Right foot up on the couch. Toes out. Now find that wide stance. Hinge your hips back. Glide back. Lift up. Glide back. Lift up. Now if you can see me here, I like to extend my arms forward because that helps me get my hips to go back. Remember, I'll keep saying it every time, and I'll remind you, please don't dump forward into the knees. That's going to do more harm than good. Down, up. So this is another one. Keep squatting, friends. Forgot to mention this on the first set. The right leg is just for balance. Check it out. I can lift up, not even use my right leg. 30 more seconds. Breathe. Then we're going to turn to the chair. Got those step ups coming up. Still heavy on the left heel here. So notice when I'm lifting my foot, I'm actually shifting my body weight over to the left heel. That's just to prove the balance point. You don't have to lift this right foot. You can keep it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, turn. Find the chair. Now remember, lean onto the front heel. You probably have to shift your body weight forward a little bit. Maybe add that kick up at the top. Oh, forgot my watch. 60 seconds here, please. Remember to breathe. You can go up, down, and again, single leg. We're staying on the left leg. We'll get to the right leg soon enough. So that's 2 rounds on this little leg circuit, living room leg circuit, or whatever room you're in. Woo! Some of you, if you want full activation in the left leg, you come down, stand tall, step back up, kick it, down. I don't know if I mentioned it on the first round, but I'll mention it now. Woo! Reason being, you get full range of motion through this left leg. You're not staying too cramped in one position. Because as we might have experienced as active people, that can relate to more detrimental or uncomfortable problems later. For now, let's keep focusing on getting stronger, staying healthy. All right, 10 seconds. We're going to bring it back down to the mat, floor, whatever you got. Some upper body play time in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so sit-ups. Actually, let me show you the couch version. You can actually hook your feet on the couch. Do some nice sit-ups. I'm going to try to play with some more furniture. In this case, I'm using an end table. Let me take this top off so I don't wreck it. Or whatever item you might have. Yeah, please don't wreck your living room. So this isn't particularly heavy. Some of you might have something heavy. That's nice. But the idea is to balance an object all the way up. And then now. Time, 60 seconds. Up, down, breathe. Now, again, maybe you don't need to anchor your feet. Maybe you don't want to use an item. Maybe you want all of that. Breathe. You can also opt for a little twist at the top. Straight spine, please, at the top. Maybe not straight arms, but straight spine. All right, I'm going to go back to the couch while you guys keep rolling for 30 seconds. Reason being, next one is going to be using the couch here. What do I call those? End table sit-ups. Coming up, we'll do some bicycle crunches on the couch. Nice variation. By the way, if this is can kind of grind in your tailbone, maybe put a throw pillow underneath. Whew. Oh, that's nice. I got a bony butt. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so variation of bicycles. You're going to put the legs on the couch, and you're going to slow it down. Crunch up, bring it in. Crunch up, bring it in. So what I like about this variation, when you go slower, you can keep the muscles engaged longer, but also the legs, there's a tendency in bicycles to overdo the leg movement, which starts to aggravate the hip lower back area. So this one, you can slow it down. You might aggravate your abs a little bit, but that's nice. That's kind of the point. Abs need a little aggravation to actually respond better. Kind of like a tough love situation. Also, maybe you don't want to move the legs. You just try to get that upper body to lift and rotate. Woo, that's a good one. Okay, that burns a little. Okay, that burns a lot. So next, I'm going to show you plank walkovers with a chair in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let me totally change my view here. I want you to focus on the action of the legs. Chair, stool, whatever. So feet up on to the chair. Check it out. I'm going to walk both feet over to one side. Come back up. Both feet touch. Both feet touch down. Breathe. Now this one, you might want to look back. Watch where your feet are going. You might want to stay slow. Reason being, you couldn't knock over the chair or get your toes caught up on something. That does not feel good. I've done it. Breathe. Now, variations. That might be a little much pressure for the wrists and the shoulders loaded forward. You can take the chair, use it. It's kind of a bench here. Watch where your legs are going. Do some mountain climbers. Some might do them on the mat, but again, if you're having joint problems, maybe you can do this on the elbows here. Crunch it in. Breathe. Also, if you don't want to use a chair, stay on the ground. Remember one of my favorites, alternating plank twists? Whew. All right, what do we got here? Oh, 10 seconds. Coming up, we're going to get back on that chair for some dips. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now again, I have a really sturdy chair. Please make sure you do as well. Otherwise, don't do this. So, you might be able to grab the sides or put your hands on the edge of the chair, assuming it's a stable chair. Be careful, come forward slowly, be race with your legs. And notice, I'm not hunching over here. Keep your chest up, go down till you feel a comfortable stretch in the shoulders. Down, up, breathe. Now, watch out. Some of you are on the edge of the chair. Watch out the chair doesn't tip forward. If you're feeling that, you might need to scoot your hands back to, say, the sides of the chair. Or if you got a workout buddy, have them hold the chair for you. But again, mine's pretty stable. And I tested it before I did this video. Breathe. Down. Up. Some of you can add a little leg lift. Some of you can add a leg lift into an alternating toe touch. Oh boy, careful, that's a lot for the shoulder, the stabilizing shoulder, so watch out please. Breathe. Also, you might not have much room here to extend, so watch out. Some of you might have someone sitting on your lap. Ooh, that would burn. All right, turn around for push-ups in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, sturdy chair, maybe the couch, assuming your couch isn't too squishy. If it's too squishy, it doesn't feel so hot for the wrist. Push-ups. All right, keep going with those. Alternate variation. Put your feet up onto the chair or couch. This is a lot harder on the arms, so watch out. And notice, I'm not going all the way down. Pretty close, meaning my face to the floor. All right, friends, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now we're going to hit up the right leg. So right leg leads. Split squat. Now again, not a super wide stance. Here we go, 60 seconds, down and up. So on this side, you can better see the angle. So my knee does go forward a little bit, but I'm still staying behind my toenails. I'm still driving through the heel to get up. Breathe. My hips go back. So a common mistake when people try to go obnoxiously wide, again, overextending the back leg, but then you got to push out that back leg, and when you stay too upright, this is a body weight exercise, but still, that's a lot of pressure for the back hip flexor. We're trying to load the front right heel so we can activate more of the glutes. Some of us have tight enough hip flexors, me included. We don't need to get them tighter. Breathe. But most of us are not opposed to a firmer butt, so let's keep that cooking. We're going to turn sideways for the offset squat on the couch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, excuse my backside. I want to work my other leg here, and I don't want to move the couch. So back, up, back, up. Breathe. Down, up. Now, hopefully you can see I'm really pushing my butt back, way back. I am a little tilted to the side, but even from this angle, you can see my knees are going out to the side. Maybe, depending on how your hips are moving, you might want to go a little wider here. 30 seconds. And again, the left foot is just for balance. Stay on that right heel, please. And I am coming all the way up. Try to get a butt squeeze, not locking the knees. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it to your chair. All right, step ups. Right leg. And then right away, lean onto the heel. Find the balance on the heel. First few, go slow. Figure out your balance and alignment. So this is another one. It's tricky with the knee. It does shift forward slightly, but it stays behind those toenails. To help assist the counterbalance, I bring my chest forward and lift up. Now, maybe you add that knee lift, other knee. That'll help keep the abs engaged. Breathe. Maybe add this running motion with the arms. Maybe you want to come all the way down and right back up, still with the right leg. Either way, you have 15 seconds. Steady that breath. Woo. We're going to repeat this little circuit again on the right leg. One more round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to the split squat. So come on back. Plant that right heel. Left ankle rests on the edge of the couch. And again, my legs are not super split apart. Now, everyone's different. Some of you have a little more mobility. You might be able to get closer to the couch. Some of you have a tight hip flexor or longer legs, so maybe you got to get forward a little bit. How do you know? At the bottom, your hips are back towards the couch as much as you can, and the front knee is behind the toes. Again, everyone's different, but you're purposefully trying to stay back, not be way extended out. And again, the back foot should be able to lift. You don't need to, but you want to feel like you could. It's just for counterbalance. And notice, I am hinged forward, but my shoulders still roll back. All right, we're going to turn sideways for that offset squat in 3, 2, 1. All right, friends, turn. Right foot staying on the floor. Left heel on your couch. Or maybe you're using a stool or a weight bench or something if you got that at home. That's fine. I need to go wider. Now again, knees are tracking out, toes relaxed, butt is going back. This is another one. You should be able to lift your left foot up. The right knee does not lock. I squeeze my butt though. And maybe you want to lift it just cause. Just to check out your kinesiology, your ability to move. Maybe you want to get fancy here, add a little kick. Don't kick your furniture, please. Woo! Oh! That's fun. Ah, yeah. All right, you're on that chair. Step ups in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, my butt is burning. Nice. All right. Right foot plants. Stand up. Maybe that kick. Come on down. Whew, breathe. Now, there's a tendency to start to use momentum as you get fatigued. Just make sure you're still driving on the heel, not up onto the toes. By the way, I forgot to mention, sorry, I shouldn't mention this on the first round. You can also just stay on the floor and do split squats. I like an elevated platform or some type because you get this full extension on the glute. Now you squeeze and you come down, reset the body. So this just helps enhance the full range of motion, taking advantage of our entire anatomy, not being too limited. Because if you notice, if you stay on the mat, there's a tendency to not go into the full range of motion, whereas here, I'm really opening up that glute. And the more muscle fibers you can activate, whoo, the higher, rounder, firmer your butt gets. Not bigger, higher, rounder, firmer. Get it? Got it? Good. Earn it. All right, we're going to go back to abs. Here we go. So, sit-ups. Maybe you go overhead. You can use dumbbells or wine bottles. Roll down. Or fire extinguisher, which I weirdly have right there. Up, down. Now, another variation, actually, you might need this pillow under your tailbone or lower back. I like to butterfly the legs open. And actually touch the couch. Gives me a little target. I mean, really reach for it. The reason for the butterfly legs open, it gets more into the abdominal wall. So this abdominal wall, the pubic bones down here, hip bones, the abs insert there. They originate up here around the rib cage. They insert down to the hips. So when the legs are flared open, you take out the hip flexor muscle group, and you can get full activation here in your entire abdominal wall. A lot of layers to work through there. How much time we got on this one? Oh, 30 seconds. Ish. I talk a lot. Breathe. So coming up after this, some variation of bicycle. Excuse my mic issue here. Bicycle up onto the couch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you need the pillow under your neck or head, that's fine. Scoot your butt close. As close as you can. All right. Lift up. So a little different variation. Lift up. You're going to keep the hips slightly lifted. I'm not that high, like a couple inches. And do slow bicycles. Breathe. Maybe extend the legs straight up. Woo. Maybe you just want to focus on the upper abs. Just leave the legs parked. Maybe you just want to hold the legs up and go toe touches. Either way, it's nice to have the couch here. It's just kind of a safety. In case your legs are going too far and the lower back is starting to arch up. Remember, keep that down, please. Fancy word, imprint. I heard that from a Pilates teacher once. Imprint your spine down into the mat. I like that. I like big words. All right, coming up, we're going to add on this side because, you know, a little more abs before we get to arms. Leg raises. So here's what's nice. Hopefully you have a sturdy couch or something to hold on to. So this is a pretty solid one. Legs up, hip lift, down. Now notice I am not swinging. Please on this one, go slow. In other words, avoid trying to swing your hips way, way up and then just dropping them down, slamming them back into the floor. And I like to hold on to the couch because it helps me keep my shoulders down. That way I'm not driving pressure into my neck. The arms, shoulders, pretty stable. The neck should not be bearing your body weight. It's got a hard enough time holding this big fat empty head of mine. Breathe. Woo! Now if you got to bend your knees, let me check there's minutes, seconds here. If you got to bend your knees, check this out. Here's a variation. Keep the knees bent, tap the heels, lift up. Woo! And that might be better for some of you if you got some hip flexory, lower back stuff going on. Let's see, 15 seconds. I'm going to go back to straight leg because I'm feeling pretty stable on this one. And notice I'm trying to drive my legs straight up versus letting my feet come over my face back here. Reason being, that takes out the angle of resistance and you're just going to dump more pressure into the shoulder neck area versus trying to drive the leg straight up, focusing more pressure down into those abdominals. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, friends, flip over some kind of plank. So you can do the walk over the chair. Here's a fun one. Walk up onto the couch. So you're going to plank it out with your face right over the couch. Get real close. Come up. Woo. Go back down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Breathe. Now, again, I want you to be really close to the couch so you're not reaching and overextending your rotator cuff. You can also do that with the feet. Go up, up, down, down. Notice at the bottom, my heels are touching the couch. Up, up, down, down. But there's not a lot of swaying or movement in the hips. If you need elbows down, it could be more pressure on the shoulders, so watch out. Heels touch, up, up, down, down. And again, there's always my favorite, the plank twist. Open up. Woo. All right, 10 more seconds, and then we're going to do a little more arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's try those chair dips again. Again, make sure you're doing something steady. By the way, so if you're doing chair dips, get to work. You can do this on the mat or floor. There's just not as much range of motion. So you lift the hips up, down, elbow bend, up, down, elbow bend, up, breathe. So you notice if you're on the floor, it's not as much range of motion, still fairly effective. But just like I mentioned earlier with the step-ups, using an elevated platform or subtype, you get more range of motion into the muscles. And also, it'll help us lubricate the joints. And notice, no bouncing, no hunching over at the, or bouncing down here at the bottom. Please don't do that. There's a tendency that bounce to drive pressure into the connective tissue, you know, tendons and ligaments. Those don't recover so well. Muscles, yeah. Muscular pain, that's nice. That means you did something and you'll get stronger. Joint pressure, connective tissue, not so much. All right, turn over. Some kind of push-ups or mountain climbers. Maybe on the chair. Breathe. I'm going to move down to the mat with my feet elevated. I don't know if you can see here, but my hands are actually a little wider than the mat, but that's my shoulders. Yours might not be. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, come on down. All right, right away, stretch the shoulders. So, I don't know why I turned around. I need this. So, on your knees, sit your hips back against the couch. I'm going to reach back and walk my hands back onto the couch. Lift the chest. Breathe. Maybe just a little bit of movement in the neck here, side to side. A little bit. Maybe turning, so rotation. Now the difference is, don't let the shoulders move. Carefully turn your face, your head around, slowly. Find your limit carefully. Very, very slowly go back the other way. So please don't swing around and do this one. But just as I explained earlier, take your time and carefully exploring the full range of motion of your body is healthy. Because if you don't do it carefully and nicely now, you may not be able to do it one day. We're trying to keep ourselves mobile and healthy for as long as possible. All right, back out of this careful. Shake your arms out. All right, here's a fun one. You might be able to use the edge of the couch. I need to use the edge of the chair. So I'm going to put my elbows on the very edge of the chair, hands together. Now I'm going to tuck my chin and try to get my head and chest down below the chair. Some of you might only go halfway. Keep your tummy tight. Then I'm going to straighten my arms, bend my elbows. Straighten, bend. Tummy is tight. And as I'm gliding through this, my triceps are starting to stretch, but I'm also opening up my lats. Breathe. See how close you can get your thumbs to touch your neck. I can't. Some of you can. Go for it. So keep stretching. You are opening up the area from your elbow all the way to the base of the shoulder blade, just outside the armpit. Very tight area because we don't reach up enough. All right, friends, come on down. So one of my favorite stretches, the couch stretch. So this one, I need to have a pillow under my knee. Put it on the floor right near the couch. I'm going to hang my right ankle. So you set up like that split squat we did earlier, the Bulgarian. Right ankle hangs on the edge of the couch, knee on the pillow. Left foot steps forward. Hands on the front thigh, lift my chest. Now, here's what you do. Brace your abs, squeeze your butt. So in this case, abs tight, right butt squeezing, then shift your hips back. Woo! Some of you might be out here, that's okay. You're trying to stretch this front hip flexor quad area. Chest up, breathe. You might be able to take your right arm overhead and lean to the left. So really open up this right side body. I'm feeling this from my arm up here, my right arm, all the way down to the top of my right knee. Oh boy. 3, 2, 1. All right, carefully come on down, let it go. Oh my goodness. So I didn't make it up. This really is called the couch stretch. I'm only assuming, I haven't fact checked it, I'm only assuming it's because whoever came out with it actually used the couch. All right, left ankle on the edge of the couch. So tummy tight, so feel lifted through the belly button, squeeze this left butt. Maybe hands on the front knee to brace. Now, you're trying to stay fairly upright in your torso. Bring your hips back, but don't really force it because you might lose the stretch and cramp your hip. Keep it down here around that hip flexor upper thigh area. Maybe left arm behind the head and you're leaning over to the right. Now if you feel any cramping, pinching when you do that, you probably went too far. Back off. Remember, this side, you're trying to open up to the left side of the body from elbow to knee. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. All right, carefully get out of there. Whew. All right, another use for the couch to stretch. So you're going to put your heels up on the couch. You might want to do this one leg at a time so you can have one leg crossed under. I can do both, but that's because I've done this more. And then grab the feet. Notice there's a little bend in the knees to start. Inhale, lift the chest. Now, slowly, you're going to pull the chest forward and try to lift the heels. So notice the legs straighten, the heels lift a little. Inhale, let it bend, sit up. Exhale, pull forward, straighten. Inhale up. Pull forward, straighten. Breathe. And don't pull super hard. All right, come on out. One more upper body stretch, and then we'll do a hip stretch. So I'm facing sideways. I'm going to take my left arm across my body, palm up, rest it on the couch, and I'm going to carefully try to lower my chest down towards the floor. This right hand is going to come forward for support. Now, what you can't see here is the shoulder here is pulling down. I'm not letting the shoulder pop up into my throat and chin. Pull the shoulder down, lower down, breathe. Now, here's where we're going to add a little movement. So, take this right hand, you're going to plant on the couch, push on the couch, try to twist your ribs. Inhale, bring it back down, chest to the floor. Exhale, twist. Bring it back down to the floor. Exhale, twist. Bring it down to the floor. Inhale, come up. All right, switch sides. So, excuse my backside here, but I don't want to turn the couch around. So, right arm, palm up, is resting on the couch. Left hand for support. I'm going to start by trying to push my chest down towards the floor. Keep the shoulder away from the chin. Down. Up. Down. Up. And actually push on the couch with your left hand here and try to twist your ribs. Down. Up. Breathe. One more. Squeeze. Down. All right, so most of you done pigeon stretch. If you're used to that and you want to just do it on the mat, go for it. I am actually going to do this on the couch. So my right leg is figured forward, cross in front of me. Careful with the ankle and knee. Maneuver around. Try to get your hips level. Now the difference between this and being on the mat is the back leg is trailing off, so this hip flexor area isn't interfering with the stretch. This leg is just kind of hanging loose, and then I can put more pressure into this right leg stretch. Not only that, it's comfortable to lean down on the couch. Breathe. Some of you, while you're here, you might experiment with a little prayer hand twist. I like getting twisted. Maybe try the other side. Maybe lift up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right, here's how I like to get out of it. Plant the hands on the couch. Curl the back toes under. Lift up to standing. Bend over the couch. And then bend your left knee all the way. Bring it forward. And then take a moment. Wiggle into spot. Do your best figure four here. Back leg trailing. Not really any pressure on it. Inhale up. Exhale down. So you could stay here. You could try a little twisting to the side, keeping your tummy tight. Maybe other side, see if that feels different. Everyone's a little different. Just breathe deep and approach it slowly. Maybe you like movement in this one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Some of you are on the mat, just laying there quietly. That's nice too. Again, everyone's different. Find your zone. Stay in your lane. Breathe. Ooh, and everyone, we all favor one leg. In this case, my left one's, it's a little stiffer. I'm going to stay here one more breath. And then plant the hands, curl the back toes under, lift up to standing over. Come on down. Now, seated, cross your right thigh over your left. Sit like, well, a lady. Sit up tall. Not to say that only women are watching. Sit up tall, twist. And then maybe slowly switch or hold there longer. So take your time, finish up your stretches, do whatever you got to do. Maybe you want to just keep chilling on the couch. Maybe you just want to lay down and take a nap. I don't know. But I appreciate you sweating with us here on Body Lab TV. Stay healthy, friends. Keep loving.